morning, friends. I am on my first day of direct marketing. I received my notary stamp and insurance and bond yesterday, so I'm super excited. I've been working on things on the background, but now I actually get to go out in person and start marketing my business. And I wanted to say an additional note of something that happened to me yesterday. I got a little ahead of myself. I was so excited to start marketing my notary business that a couple of weeks ago I set up my Google My Business account for the mobile notary business, and I set it up, and unfortunately they suspended my account due to, trying to remember the exact name that they said, essentially something about like fraud, misinformation. Essentially they wanted me to prove that I am who I say I am. I had never messed with this Google My Business before, so I wasn't very sure of the process. So again, a little too excited. I kind of blame my mom. I say my mom has this finger that she just presses buttons without really reading. And my mom's spirit came over me, and that finger was just going to work. And I didn't read all the instructions like I should have and like I normally do. And so I appealed it because I'm like, hey, I know I'm real. I have my commission. It was already in the process. And so I appealed it. And I didn't realize that I had to submit supporting documents with it. And so obviously my appeal was immediately denied and my account was suspended. I wasn't able to reach anybody. I couldn't get anybody on the phone. Now I'm reading everything. I was reading all the instructions, and I couldn't get it. I was just hitting wall after wall after wall for the last 2 weeks. And, I pray all the time. I pray in the morning. I do my Bible studies. But I realized that I had not prayed on this specific issue. I was praying overall, for success, for strength, for motivation, but I had not prayed about this specific issue. So I stopped myself because I was feeling frustrated, I was feeling defeated, and so I just stopped myself and I had a conversation with God. I prayed, and I prayed about the specific issue that I was having with getting connected with somebody and understanding the process a little bit better. So then I stopped and I prayed, and I prayed very specifically. And I'm going to tell you, this is my testimony. And as a public notary public, I kind of find this a little funny. A notary public is essentially a witness, right? And so my testimony on this prayer is that literally as soon as I finished my prayer, I hung up and I called the number again, and I got through. All the other times I would get a recording saying that the phones were too busy, and then it would just click. I couldn't even hold. It would just hang up. So finally I was able to get through, and I was on hold. I had to be on hold, but I was able to stay on the line for an hour and a half. And while I'm on hold, I have more time, so I'm searching and I'm researching, and I'm realizing that they're wanting me to verify my account. They wanted me to submit my IDs and different things like that. And so I'm doing it while I'm on the phone waiting, and I'm able to get through. I figured I pretty much finished it, but since I had already been on hold at this point for like an hour, I was like, let me just get finished until I talk to somebody, and then just make sure everything's okay, and then we'll see what happens. So that's what I did. I had to stay on hold for another half hour. It was an hour and a half on hold, and then finally I got through, And I had this lady, awesome lady. She really took her time. We spent about 30 minutes talking. So sorry for everybody else waiting on hold. I understand the pain. But she really took her time and even went over things with me that were outside of her department. But she understood that I was really trying to understand everything, and she really took her time and explained everything to me. So long story short, be specific in your prayers. Don't be so general. He wants to hear it all. He doesn't want like this, of course he wants to be worshipped and loved and all these things, but he also wants to be in there in the dirty with you. He wants to solve these things for you. He's just waiting for you to ask. So be specific in your prayers. And so as soon as I hang this up, I'm going to be praying for a very good marketing day, and maybe even a job. That would be excellent. All right. Have a wonderful day, and thank you for your time, friends. Bye.